I'm Sara Goldrick-Rab. I'm the president and founder of the Hope Center for College, Community, and Justice in the Lewis Katz School of Medicine at Temple University. Let me tell you about my work. My work these days focuses on students' human needs and ways in which, while they're in college, meeting their human needs help them get to graduation. But I didn't always understand that treating them as humans first would be so important. I learned this the hard way. I was beginning a new research study about a financial aid program back in 2008, right before the Great Recession hit. And I was trying to figure out if giving students some additional money during college would actually increase the odds that they would graduate. While we were collecting data, one of the things we did was talk to students. And that turned out to really change everything. Because one of the days that we went out to interview a student, she responded to the question, "How are you?" in a way that students really had not responded before. Rather than talking about, "Oh, I'm tired," or "My math class was hard," what she said was, "I am not okay. I haven't eaten in 2 days." Now, if you looked at the time at people's explanations for why some people didn't finish college, or why students weren't learning, or any number of the other explanations for things policymakers were complaining about, you would not have found food insecurity or the inability to be able to afford to eat on a regular basis among the explanations. So we looked. We decided to take her claim seriously and go and see whether, in fact, undergraduates who were trying to get degrees, taking on debt, using financial aid, working, and so on, whether, in fact, they didn't have enough to eat. And that was 2008. It was 13 years ago. Fast forward, and we have surveyed more than 500,000 college students at more than 500 colleges and universities from coast to coast in all of the states. And the answer is absolutely yes. At least 1/3 of undergraduates, and perhaps as many as 1 in 2, do not have enough to eat. And how can this possibly be? Well, it's really simple. There is widespread income inequality and wealth inequality in this country that does not magically go away when people go to college. The financial aid system does a pretty bad job of addressing that problem. It gives students a little bit of grant aid and a lot of loans, but still leaves them short of the money that they need for school. And in some cases, it makes really flawed assumptions. Assumptions about the fact that your parents are going to help you pay for college, or that there's going to be enough work to help you pay the bills, or that even that the college prices that they tell you about up front are accurate. They're often not. How does a college know what you're going to pay for rent when you live off campus? How does a college know how much it's going to cost to put gas in your car to get to campus? 1 in 4 college students has a child. How does the college know what your estimated child care costs are going to be? They don't. So people fall short, and when they fall short, they're in a really high-risk situation. They've taken on debt, and if they don't finish college, it's going to be especially hard to repay it. So what we now do is we investigate this problem and understand why it's happening, and then we work to address it. So for example, colleges and universities are beginning to not only have campus food pantries, which are really a stopgap solution, but also working on connecting students to the SNAP program, a federal public benefit that can help them afford to eat while in college. They're also providing things like emergency aid, so that if you do lose your job or your parents cut you off, that you're able to turn to somebody else so that you don't have to drop out of college over $200. There's nothing more inefficient than losing talent and hard work in this country at a time when we all need to learn from people, at a time when employers need good workers. There's nothing more inefficient than to have people drop out because they don't have enough to eat. And that's still a problem that we're working to crack. We need federal and state policymakers to recognize that financial aid is not enough, to recognize that it's important that people working on college campuses see students and their need for a safe place to sleep and childcare and transportation and food security so that they can get out of high school, get through college, after doing all the hard work, by the way, to get out of high school, and then move on to the rest of their lives to support their families and work and pay taxes and contribute to their communities. This is a problem that's hard, but it is a problem that we can solve. And every single day we're chipping away, making progress. I'm so happy that across this country right now we have college presidents who recognize these challenges, and instead of greeting students at their first day of school and pretending like everything is okay, they welcome them and then they say, "We know that paying bills while you're here will be hard. Here's what we can offer you to help. But most importantly, we want you to know that you're not alone. It's not your fault. This is not a personal trouble. You are not a bad person. This is an issue that is affecting literally millions and millions of people around the country. And we want to get you through it, and we want to help you graduate. And those real college presidents, those are my heroes.